Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for February 2023. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may be intuitively guided to the reading, not sure if you have Cancer in your chart, or you may be just seeing what's going on in a Cancer's life that you know. Whatever brought you, I say welcome. I hope you receive what it is you need to receive today. Alright, we're going to use 4 different decks. We're going to start with our Mother Mary Oracle. We're going to use the Angel Tarot also as an oracle, what I mean is just like, a short, sweet message. I'm going to use the Tarot Dreams for your main spread and clarified by the Gilded Tarot. So, let's go ahead and begin. Let's go ahead and start with Mother Mary. Everything's pre-shuffled. I like to give it at least 2 shuffles with you here. Let's give them a cut. And let's begin. Well, that didn't take long. 2023, by the way, is represented by the Chariot in the Tarot. So, just like last year was the Lovers, this year is the Chariot. Could mean it's going to be a very spiritual year. So this could be especially for you. Maybe understanding your emotions like never before. Like real clarity. I don't know. I just feel that all of a sudden. All right, we have home. Home. I think Aries got this. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. We'll read it from the book at the end, but it'll definitely let us know why it's here through your reading. All right, let's bring in the Angel Tarot, though it's the Angel something Tarot. But I can't seem to get that second words to stay in my head, so I call it the Angel Tarot. Alright, let's give it a shuffle. Alright, it did not take long either. Alright, we got a couple. We have 4. So, we start with the Wheel. Alright, that's a good thing. The Wheel, this is about your destiny. Let's read what it says, though. A fresh new start or the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. Well, okay. The Wheel. With the Wheel, we have, look at this, the Death card, transformation. So, a fresh new start. Well, that must mean that something is ending. But maybe it must be a good thing. Okay, let's read it. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Powerful and often unexpected revelations. Breaking free of procrastination. And releasing old belief systems. Transformation. The Wheel. 2 major arcanas, by the way. And then we have, what is this? The 4 of Cups. Okay. Failing to recognize the magical opportunity. Missing the point. The distractions of daily life. Discontentment or boredom. Lost in your own world. And then it says, wake up. Wake up. Why? Because there's some type of change. And it's of a positive nature that, feels like it wants to come towards you. I feel like in the 4 of Cups, am I going to accept it? Well, what else do we have here? Well, we have we have the Knight of Cups. Well, hello. The Knight of Cups. It's something that's unexpected. But it is going to be mirrored by the Wheel. So part of your destiny, it's just maybe can I control the timing? Well, it's unexpected, but I feel like transformation, it's saying there's something within your life that, because it says failing to recognize a magical opportunity. Well, the Knight of Cups is certainly bringing that in, that feeling, right? This is a cup of emotion. Let's read what it says. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. I feel like it's all of the above. So interesting that this Knight is mirroring the Wheel. It just tells me there's nothing I need to worry about here. I feel like I'm keeping them in the reading. I feel like they belong in the reading, so we're going to add to it. Transformation is a card of Scorpio, by the way. Alright, let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams and let's see what's going on here. It's funny because in the Four of Cups, there's this person sitting against the tree, right? Well, tree can certainly represent wisdom, so wisdom can be had. And what I'm really noticing is the angel behind the tree. And listen, your spirit guides are always sending you signs. Your angels need your permission to, let's say, help you in some way. So, if you're asking for help, let's say, from an angel, like, give them permission, like, I welcome you to help advise me on whatever it is you need. And I feel like because there they are. They're right there. Some of you, I feel like, also, I feel like it is your guides. Like, for some of you, excuse me, all of a sudden, like, my chest got all... it's like all these apples have fallen. And for some reason, he's not picking them up. He's not putting them to any use. And if he doesn't pick them up, they're just going to rot. I could pick them up. I could eat them. I could make pie. I could make cobbler. I could give them away. But instead, I do nothing. I feel like there's a reason. Well, first of all, the Palace of Cups knocked the Wheel out of place. Palace of Cups, I mean, what a beautiful thing that the Wheel is saying has the potential of coming in. Not just that, but then you have the Knight of Cups who is mirroring this Wheel, right? The Wheel, to me, is your destiny, right? And sometimes you're at the bottom, and that, to me, the Four of Cups is like, I'm at the bottom, but I need to do something about it. It's almost like if they were lemons, those apples, then I could make lemonade. Excuse me. But anyway, so what am I holding? The Palace of Cups. This is an energy that, what I feel like your guides are saying is what you're maybe not considering is, maybe something didn't go your way. Someone didn't love you like you deserve. You know what I mean? But I feel like your guides want you to know, but that doesn't mean that, because sometimes you think that you know what love is, and then you really fall in love. And I'm talking about the kind of love where that love is given back. It's just like almost like carefree. Like, I do not need to worry about them as in, like, actions or, like, if they're not with me. You know, we're always on each other's mind. That's the kind of energy I feel like your guides are saying you deserve. But in the Four of Cups, there could have been someone that maybe I thought was my everything. And for whatever reason, they're not. But I feel like, now listen, doesn't mean I don't feel like you were meant to have that experience, because the wheel tells me everything that happens is happening for a reason, right? But it doesn't mean we don't slow down the process by getting stuck in certain energy. Now, I don't feel like there's judgment on that. Like, you know, when you're ready, you're ready. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, I don't want you to miss failing to recognize a magical opportunity. And then the Knight of Cups is right next to that. Now, whether that represents, you know, like romantic love or just a love of your life, it's something that's coming in that I feel like, you know, sooner or later you're going to say, like, wow. Like, I can't believe as I was, like, allowing myself to sit in that Four of Cups energy, like I was just watching the apples rot. You know, and again, it's not judgment, it's just recognition. Okay, but then we have, look at this, Temperance. A lot of major arcanas, first of all. Now, that does represent change to me. Temperance, though, first of all, it's the energy of patience, right? Like, patience. Now, I feel like sometimes the universe is saying, we've been patiently waiting on you. This is about divine timing. You know, and I feel like there may be some things, no matter how much I want them now, it's not time now. But this is all about divine timing. And if I can trust in that, then I can kind of let go of the control. You know, of like if it's not this way. Listen, if you've been with, like, let's say a certain type of person over and over and over again, okay, well, where's the repeat pattern? It's you, right? It's you. You're being drawn to that energy. Why? There's something within you, like what's within you that draws you to that makes you want, you know what I mean? And it's not putting blame on you, it's knowing oneself. Anyways, I don't know why I'm saying all that. Temperance is about divine timing. Things happening in the right time. You know, I can't see, like, it being divine timing if I'm in the Four of Cups. So if I'm, again, just like sitting there, right? Just like, I see those apples. And they're ripe. I don't care. You know, that's what I feel like, almost like, I don't even care. And I feel like you feel that way because you may think that something may have changed. That, again, you know, to you in this moment, like, you know, and I've been there, we've all been there, where you feel like, okay, life is over. That's it. Life is over. But it's not. And sometimes when you're at your lowest, I don't know, I just feel like, first of all, when you're at your lowest, there is the ability to, like, you know, find that light within yourself, like, figure out, like, why am I here? What's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Because I feel like when I figured that out, like, it's almost like a guarantee that I'm not going to go back into that energy. Temperance is a card of Sagittarius, by the way. You know, I'm noticing for some reason, I don't know why I never noticed this before, but in this deck, Temperance is naked. And to me, that represents being who I am. It's my true, authentic self. You know what I mean? It's my spiritual being. You know, in the recognition of that, it's like I don't have to have a facade. You know, I don't have to wear a mask, because through these transformations, I have come to learn who I am and recognize that I do have dark and I do have light, but it's about the fine balance. You know, balance. It's like living a balanced life. That's really what I feel spiritually it's talking about. I got to recognize that we all have those parts to ourselves. You know what I mean? And the times where it's like we hold ourselves back because maybe we wanted something to go in a different way than it did. Okay. Anyways. And I'm saying that because I feel like that's what Temperance is saying. Like, this is the lesson that some are learning. Like, how to be you. 100%. No masks needed. No borders needed. No walls. You know what I mean? It's like you're proud to be who you are. And the recognition, you know, remember, like, you wouldn't be here if there wasn't a purpose for you to be here. There's a purpose for everything, right? It's that song, Everything Under the Sun. Well, hello, Empress. Huh. Interesting, because I feel like... excuse me. I feel like the Empress, first of all, very loving and nurturing and creative, but strong spiritual being. This is someone who has plenty of experiences and has learned from them. You know, I feel she's very, very wise. She's walked the path of all the queens, and, you know, she's bountiful. Now, I feel like she's also someone who's receiving epiphanies. Like, so in this Four of Cups energy, even though I feel like I'm not really doing much, I still feel like your guides, or there's like seeds that are still being planted, that I do feel like you're going to move into that energy. You know, it's almost like your way out of that Four of Cups. And it may be through your creative house. I feel like Empress is also saying to nurture your inner child. Like, don't forget about your inner child. And, you know, for some reason, all of a sudden, I'm feeling like, what does that mean? Well, like, I'm thinking, okay, well, I just want to think back when I was a child. And, you know, like, just going outside, you know, away from your parents was like freedom, right? Getting on my bicycle and, like, you know, we had a college in our town. I used to ride through the college, and, you know, they used to have, like, band. They used to have, like, these concerts outdoors, and I used to always ride my bike and watch them, and they were free. And I don't know, it's just like there was a sense of freedom, even though I wasn't free, right? Like, I really wasn't free, but I felt it. Now, I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I feel like what it's saying is to try to live that way. Alright, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Cups again. Interesting. Two Knights of Cups. Excuse me, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I was just gone for a moment. It's interesting because I don't know whose reading I was doing, and Sam knocked at the door, and so I put the video on pause, and I guess when we were done talking and I came back to the reading, I was going to hit resume, and I think I hit stop. So I lost the whole second half of the reading, though I continued as if it was still recording. Very frustrating, let me tell you. So I just wanted to make sure we're good. And we are. Okay. So, interesting enough, we have another knight. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you have Temperance, Seven of Pentacles are both really a lesson in patience. That's first and foremost. It's like, you know, again, I'm going to go back to this person in the Four of Cups. It's like, you know, sitting under this apple tree. That's the same thing I feel in this energy too. And I feel like those apples, or you know, the apples are your seeds of intention. And I do feel like this Empress is like receiving epiphanies, because there is, you know, her angel or his, you know, his angel or guide right there. Almost like they're trying, you know, wake up, wake up, wake up. Why? Because the Knight of Cups is coming. The Knight of Cups is coming. And it's funny because the Seven of Pentacles being mirrored by the Palace of Cups over here. It's quite beautiful energy. I mean, you know, I feel like what it's saying is that's the type of energy you deserve. And I don't feel like that's the type of energy that maybe you had. Maybe you've never even experienced this type of energy yet. But I do feel like your soul wants to. Okay, interesting. We have two knights, two Knight of Cups. You know, all of a sudden I'm feeling these knights are being sent by the divine, you know, part of your wheel, and these knights just come across each other. Like, it's just how it's meant to happen. Look at this, we have the wheel again. Under Temperance. You know, divine timing. Divine timing. Just what's controlling the wheel. The right time will be the right time. You know, it can't come before its time. And again, maybe because if I don't wake up, then I will miss a magical opportunity. I hope that's not the case. The wheel, you know, this puts your, you know, first of all, the Knight here, the Knight of Cups is mirroring the wheel. And now we have the Knight of Cups and the wheel together. What's in between the two up here? The Four of Cups and Transformation, the Death card. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Powerful and often unexpected revelations. Breaking free of procrastination and releasing old belief systems. Four of Cups, missing the point, the distraction of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world. Wake up. Knight's like, well, hey, I'm romantic. I feel like it'd be very hard to sweep you off your feet if I'm in the Four of Cups energy. Alright. We have the Nine of Wands. You know, it's a different way of looking at your life, really. Because the Nine of Wands, it is about reflection when you see a 9. But it is about the final reflection. Right? Let me learn what I need to learn. Let me grow where I need to grow. And then let me learn to close the doors, right? Like, old energy doesn't need to follow me. Nine of Wands, you know, it can also speak about a time where there was a lot of responsibility upon you. But it is also about your own responsibility within anything, you know, and it's really talking about like how you've grown from the experience and how you could, you know, if you decide to. To me, this is like someone who's really gaining spiritual muscles. And I feel like once you have them, I don't know. I don't think anything can hold you down any longer. All right. King of Wands. Ooh, looking right at us. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We do have Sagittarius on the board. This is the king of action. Some of you, it could talk about a king that's coming your way, because it is mirrored in both directions by the Knight of Cups, with the Seven of Pentacles right above it. Now, it doesn't have to be an air or a fire sign, guys. It can just mean that this is someone who they're ready for an experience, an adventure. They're ready. We have the Palace of Swords. I feel like I'm taking up too much room. We have the Eight of Cups, which is fantastic. You know, this is you. This is about your emotional house. And that's the one thing you want to remember. Like, you know, don't store old emotional wreckage. Like, don't. Because the more that you can allow yourself to walk away from what's not serving you, right? And understand, like, you know, some of these cups, maybe I did need to reflect upon them. But I'm not carrying it with me. 8 is about a new beginning. This person's walking towards the 9 of Cups, by the way. Inner harmony. But this comes first. 8 as above, so below. And then, I mean, hello, Palace of Pentacles. You have all the palaces except for Palace of Wands. Watch it be on the bottom of the deck. Palace of Swords. Some of you, it's literally, you've been learning to stand up for yourself. You've been learning to, you know, understand that your voice is important. It matters. Maybe it doesn't matter to certain people, but maybe they're not your people. Palace of Pentacles, I kind of love that. And I love that the Palace of Pentacles is so close to the Palace of Cups. Wow. That's a house of abundance. Now, someone left me a comment about, like, how can you say, like, I titled something like unexpected riches, and someone said, how can you tell every Taurus, I think it was Taurus, that can happen? And I said, well, I think you're looking at riches in the wrong way. You know, I don't necessarily mean it in a material way. Because I don't feel like, you know, however, I do have to say that Palace of Pentacles is pretty abundant. It is pretty abundant. And you know, it is where the Empress would live. Let's face it, right? But also the Palace of Cups, because she stays loving and nurturing, right? I'm not going to allow what's happened in my life to in any way hinder my potential. And, you know, maybe it takes time to arrive at that energy, and maybe it's meant to. I feel like it only comes through deep reflection. But the reflection, again, is not to judge yourself. It's just like to know yourself. We have the Page of Pentacles. Well, Page of Pentacles is a path of knowledge. So, yeah, I feel like you've been learning. You've been the opportunity to expand, or you can be. You know, I often feel the Page of Pentacles is kind of laid back and just absorbing the world. And this is someone who's, you know, even if I'm just beginning, I'm making a life for myself. making a life for myself. All right. Let's go ahead and bring in the Gilded Tarot. Okay, well, I guess they wanted to come out. Wow. Hello, Ten of Cups. Interesting. Ten of Cups is sitting right on your will. Right on your will. This is your will. You know, and it's interesting because if you look at this wheel, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's all the different tarot cards, but I feel like it's all your different experiences. Ten of Cups. Well, this is the house of harmony. This is the house of love, laughter, joy. It certainly doesn't mean everything's perfect. I don't know that this means it's right now, but I think what it's saying that it is upon your will. So you got to wake up, because I feel like, you know, whatever comes in unexpectedly, but it's good. Wow, Six of Wands. I'm happy to see that coming over transformation, coming over the Death card. Six of Wands is the energy of victory. You know, and what I love about the Six of Wands is this person really has a platform now, and other people are really looking up to this person. This person is you, due to your own actions, like, you know, like feeling proud, and others, you know, could still be back where you were. You know, maybe that's what your experiences were about. Maybe that is your platform. And, you know, the Empress would say, the only way that I could be who I am and help you is because I've been there. I understand. Okay, well, the Magician made its way out. And it's interesting because I saw the Magician at the bottom of the deck, and it's like I saw his little twinkle in his eye. So here he is, the Magician. He is in reverse, though. We're going to keep him in the upright, but... And look at this, the Ace of Wands. Interesting, guys. Ace of Wands puts it right in your hands. You know, someone sweeping you off your feet. Ace of Wands is like, it's not my no card. It is a yes card. You know, but you do have to reach out and grab it. Say yes to it. Doesn't mean you necessarily be swept off your feet. Doesn't mean you're going from the something coming in right to the Ten of Cups. But what it's saying is that energy is part of your soul's intention for this lifetime. And listen, some of us don't find love until later in life. It's just the way it is. Well, I shouldn't say that. It doesn't mean you don't find love. But maybe you don't find... There's different types of love. And I even mean romantically. There's different types of romantic love. I don't know. And I feel like, you know, you don't really want to regret. Okay. Anyway, Ace of Wands. Interesting. We have the Ace of Wands coming over this night. This night being mirrored by the wheel. Part of your destiny. And it's like double, like, you know, Do you really need more clarification? Well, here's the Seven of Pentacles, so it feels like your actual soul seed of intention. I want this experience. Four of Cups, I'm not believing it can happen. But I do feel like, you know, whether this reading or your guides will somehow get through to you. And I feel like simply so that you can, you know, like if someone's not treating you right, if things aren't working out right or something happened, again, you know, I can feel like my life is over, but it is not. Quite the opposite. And I guess sometimes you don't know that until you know that. You know, but I don't love that the Four of Cups, first thing it says is failing to recognize the magical opportunity. The Magician is here, right? But the Magician shown in reverse. Well, the Magician, magic, reverse. We have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords came in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So, Nine of Swords coming over Temperance. First of all, it's a message right there. It's saying that there's something that you're worrying about that you just cannot control. If it's someone else, they have their own free will. And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And know what you know. And then move accordingly. What am I holding? So, you know, this is about, you know, unnecessary worry. Unnecessary worry. It's definitely connecting some of that worry to the Three of Swords. Listen, I don't want heartache again. I don't want heartache again. Alright. Then you got to think about you. You got to know you. Right? Because in the Four of Cups, this is you not doing much about anything. And it doesn't even have to mean that I'm moving towards love. Maybe I'm just moving into my creative house. I'm taking, like, you know, I'm getting these epiphanies. And even though maybe I don't think I am. Nine of Wands, I feel like is much stronger energy than the Four of Cups. Especially attached to the Empress. You know, this could be something that now lives in your thought system. Dang it. Alright, I'm going to pick it up. It's a Strength card. Strength card. Another 8. Card of Leo. She's looking right at the Nine of Swords. Like this is what I have to learn to control. Again, 8 is about self. Just like the 8 of Cups, right? Self. Now, doesn't mean it's not due to outside sources. But I gotta learn my own reaction within, right? I gotta learn where do I need balance? Maybe I gotta just know that, listen, I deserve. Right? I deserve to have the best life that I can possibly have. Maybe that's exactly what my soul wants. Maybe I should follow that. We have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Wow. To me, the Two Swords, you know, I feel like the Ace of Wands and the Two Swords are two different paths. Much like the Four of Cups and the Magician. Where the Magician is in the upright, it would be a yes. I'm going to move out of this energy and start moving into new energy. Or the Magician's reversed. Hey, maybe I do miss a magical opportunity. You know, maybe that's okay for you. But I do feel like the Two Swords and the Ace of Wands are two different paths that one chooses. Because, again, you do have free will. But the Strength card tells me differently. Almost like Maybe it's just like a very, very temporary energy. All right, let's keep going. You know, and I'm just feeling like this doesn't even have to be love, even though we do have the Palace of Cups, the Ten of Cups. For some, I know it is love, but it can also be just a love for what you do, a love for your life again, right? The power of knowing that you are the seed planter. I mean, there's no way around it. You plant the seed. And whatever seed you plant and what you do with that seed, whether you choose to nurture it like the Empress would, water it, nurture it, but not like stand over it. She gives it room to breathe. Or I can do nothing and just let it dry up and die. All right. King Cups. Cancer. Can be you, another Cancer. Scorpio. Pisces. We do have Scorpio on the table. We have, well, hello, all the kings are coming out now. King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Page of Swords. Interesting, because this could talk about like how this all comes about. It could be through some type of communication. Could talk about someone that, for some of you, that you used to know. But I feel like for many, it's like someone brand new. Because I feel like you just didn't realize that, you know, something could be so good. Or even maybe your life could be so good. Six of Swords. Wow. I love seeing the Six of Swords. Because I feel like right away, what it does, it flips the Magician around. And I feel like you're not going to miss anything here. You know, it's interesting because the Six of Pentacles is here, and I was feeling, I don't even know why I didn't say it, but I was feeling in this energy, almost like there's someone, you know, I'm still a little down and out maybe, or maybe I don't have a complete trust yet, you know, but I'm getting there. But I feel like there's someone who kind of helps you with that. And I feel like it is one of these kings, or queens. Or, you know, whatever your circumstances. But the Six of Swords is you. And you taking that hard look. You know, taking that look and not allowing that Nine of Swords to come about. I feel like it already came about. But I feel like I'm not going to stay there any longer. Alright. We have the Two of Pentacles on the wheel. We have the Eight of Pentacles. What I focus on is what I grow. Another 8, Self, as above, so below. Certainly, you know, can be like epiphanies that turn into businesses. What am I holding? 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, you don't even, like, you know, it's kind of like how I got in tarot. Like, I can't even really, it just happened. It just happened. It was never part of my life. But it's all about my second part, the second half of my life, I guess. You know what I mean? It just happened. And I feel like for some of you, that's what this is. It's about, you know, maybe it's opportunities that just happen. 8 of Pentacles is saying, you know, don't be afraid, especially with the Page of Pentacles over here. Don't be afraid of, you know, going into something, even if you don't know what, you know, like, I think I need to know all about it. No, this is the energy of learning as you go. Learning as you grow. Like, it's almost like hands-on type energy. Or maybe I'm thinking like me, like I'm better, like I learn faster when I actually do it versus reading it from a book. And then you have the Hierophant. Card of Taurus. This is about your belief system. Your belief system. Not anybody else's. Yours. This is about your faith. You know, I feel like if you believe in God, if you believe in spirit guides, then you have to know that they have a purpose. And the purpose is to help you find the best you possible, you know, in this lifetime. And I feel like part of it is you really want to have this experience of like, I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to know what love is. The Hierophant, mirrored by 6 of Swords. Trust in yourself even if you're not sure. Trust in yourself even if you don't know where you're going. Alright, what do I want to look at? I think I'd just leave it there, but... Alright, we have the World. Well, hello Cancer. Here's the next chapter. Here it is. You know, and to me the World chapter is the forever chapter. It's the closest chapter to God. And I feel like because it is like from this day forward. You know, I don't feel like this portal opens until you're ready for it, to be honest. And when you're ready, it opens. Okay, holy crap. Okay, quickly, I'm going to take them. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. So now we have the Queen and the King of Cups. We have Justice. Some of you could represent a divorce you've gone through. It may be, you know, maybe you left with half of what you had. But this is, you know, like, justice is about making you whole again. It's fair and balanced. And it is balance, right? It connected right to you. You know, so is the hardship. But very quickly you move from the 5 of Pentacles energy. And it's funny because I often feel like who's ever in that energy, though it's difficult, I feel like you're meeting, like, I just feel like you're in the right energy because I feel like soulmates come into your life. You come into soulmate, you know, it's like you come into each other's lives. And I feel like there's real purpose in that. Alright, well, hello, Chariot. Card of Cancer. 3 of Cups. You know, this is celebrating it. This is celebrating it. You know, the Chariot is exactly what I just said. It's finding that balance within. The Chariot shows when you're ready to handle the Chariot. The Chariot's about mind control. It's your seed. You know, it's your intention where this Chariot goes. There's no limit on it. And I think that's why we have so many palaces and kings, because there are no limits. Maybe you have not experienced this yet. Doesn't mean it isn't so. Dang it. Then we have the 8 of Swords. Alright, well. I feel like there's no way this 8 of Swords, like at this point in the reading now, you may be back here. But I feel like once I start moving and learning and understanding, you know, if I'm really following this reading, it's like showing us something. It's showing us something. I don't feel like this 8 of Swords is there. Like, I feel like I'm beyond that. But it is attached to justice. Now, it can be Libra for some. And it can talk about the cutting of those ties. That's what created that 8 of Swords type of energy. I don't feel like it's still here, though. Alright, well, I'm not going to leave it at that. I mean, you have the World, the next chapter. You have the Chariot right after it. The Chariot is what's represented for 2023. Look at that Knight of Cups again in every deck. Here I come, ready or not. But look who is there to greet him. The Empress. They are now connected. Listen, I feel like this is not talking about something overnight, right? This is like when I reach a certain level or vibration and understanding and knowing, things around me change. They just do. Sometimes people fall away because they no longer fit. Some of you, you're meeting a whole new group of people, but they feel like the right people. And some of you are really taking what you have learned and using it as your platform. And I don't know, maybe someone else did the same thing. I swear, I feel like there's nothing to fear here. It feels quite the opposite. I feel like this is something you just have not maybe even allowed yourself to experience, or maybe it just hasn't come about yet. Maybe it's meant to come about now. I mean, the Knight of Cups is now connected directly to the Empress. The Empress is you. I feel like you guys are trying to get a point across. All right, I'm going to read home. Some of you, maybe it's leaving a home. You know, home is where the heart's at. You drew this card because of concerns about what is happening in your household. Mother Mary is letting you know that God is watching over you and sending you divine guidance as to how you can improve your home life. Expect a positive change in your current situation, especially as you allow more love to reside within the home of your heart and mind. Your home life affects your happiness, relationships, and even your health. So it's essential to take action steps to bring about a peaceful, safe, and happy environment. Yet, change can be threatening because of fears of the unknown. Nine of Swords. Even if it's a positive adjustment. If you find yourself resisting making a change for the better, call upon Mother Mary and the angels for encouragement, signs, and guidance. Trust these messages and follow them home. Wow. I mean, it's like Mother Mary is the one who is behind that tree. I'm going to leave it right there. Like, I have goosebumps. I love you guys. My wish is that you all find this type of harmony within your life. Doesn't mean life is perfect, but, you know, it means I have a team, I have someone, I have, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's not go backwards. I love you guys. I thank you, and I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.